and you can see my steering wheel here. This is just garbage. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this video. It's gonna be the worst. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna post it now so you guys can see how wacky I am. Wacky! Hi guys, I'm in my car right now, in case you can't tell. I am going to my classroom, what's going to be my classroom. For the first time, I'm gonna get to see this new classroom. I won't get to actually be in the classroom until at least January, where our site is physically closed. So I'm gonna take some video of what my classroom looks like and what the school looks like. I noticed as I drove by, there's some pretty amazing murals around the outside of the school, and I will see about posting this at some point. You know, this is one of those things that I don't even know what's going on, so I'll talk to you in a bit. Fogged up my glasses. All right, I was able to go in, turn in paperwork and stuff, and I got to see my room. I took a video of my classroom. I'm not going to be in the classroom until January at the very earliest. We're hopeful that we're going to be back on the physical site in person in the new year, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. It looks like a nice classroom. It's really long and it has individual desks. Right now they're organized in clusters. I will be teaching 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 7th and 8th class periods. There will be someone else in the classroom teaching 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I'll be sharing the classroom with someone else. There's this weird, awkward fire door that stays closed, which, that's fine. I know that there's weird things about every site. There was some books on the bookshelf in the room. I am going to be probably purchasing some bookshelves to bring in. Hopefully I can get some nice small ones and then put them together, but there's not enough room for all of my materials. It looks like the classroom was emptied and there's some library stuff left over. I don't know if that's still gonna be there when I get there or if I'm gonna have to deal with that. There were a bunch of textbooks in the room. I don't know whose textbooks they are, whether they will be mine for my 6th graders or for my 8th graders, or if they're a different level altogether. I didn't have a chance to look. Our director of HR was standing there holding the door for me while I was in there looking around, so it was a little awkward. I think she really just wanted me in and out quickly to take care of that. Drop off the paperwork. I still have a couple of paperworky things to do. There's a lot of windows. I like the windows. That makes me happy. Hopefully we can do something cool with the windows. Now that I know, I can get a better look at the footage. I can see what things I need to start prepping for and what things I don't need to start prepping for. I like that there's a wall-mounted projector, so I don't have to worry about that. In my last classroom, I had to have the projector like in front of the screen so kids who were sitting behind it couldn't see. So now I think I'm gonna go home and I'm going to continue working on all my distance learning stuff. I have a long list of things to do. I have a Zoom training to attend, and after all that I'll see what else I can do. I figured it out. So I figured out why I'm feeling sort of depressed, sort of a letdown. I've seen my classroom, or the classroom that I'm going to be in eventually when, you know, when we're all back, whenever that is. I know that my site will be physically closed until at least January. So I'm going to be working from home, and my incoming 6th grade daughter is going to be learning from home at this site until, at our house, at this school, through this school, I guess, until at least January. So I think what I'm really feeling after having seen my classroom and I'm a little unhappy. I'm a little unhappy with my classroom, and let me be honest why. It looks like a classroom. You walk in, it looks like an empty, barren classroom, which is kind of a depressing thing, let's be honest. When there's no artwork up on the walls, when there's no student involvement, when there's no color, no brightness, no homey feeling. We've all been in classrooms like that. A lot of colleges are full of classrooms like that because they're used over and over again by random teachers and students, right? It's depressing. It's really depressing. And I think the reason that I'm feeling this way is that I want to make it better. That's what I do. I get into a classroom, I add lots of color, I add lots of light, I open the blinds, I put up student artwork, I have lots of rainbows, I do tons of rainbows all over the place because I love color. And I know that I can't do that right now. I know that I can't go in there and fix it. I'm not allowed to. I'm not gonna be in there for at least 6 months. So now that I've seen it, I feel helpless. I feel like all these thoughts and feelings that I've been experiencing as a teacher going into sort of pandemic education, remote instruction, it's all kind of catching up with me, and I'm feeling helpless. I'm feeling frankly kind of depressed about it all. I was really excited to go see my classroom and to turn in my paperwork and to get all of that set up and taken care of, and now that I have seen it, there's a little bit of a letdown. Like, I was so excited, I was so happy, and now I'm really feeling this sort of depressed helplessness. Because I want to be there. I want to go back to school. I want my students to be in there with me. I want to make that classroom a home for them. I want to get to know them and to get to see them and to get to teach them and to work together in groups. I want to be able to share scissors and glue sticks, and I want to be able to do group projects, and I want to be able to give them the education that I know they deserve and I know that I can give them. And I don't know how it's gonna work remotely. I've been working with the other 6th grade ELA and social studies teacher, and we get along just absolutely fantastically, and I think she's wonderful. And we are presenting sort of a united front. We are doing everything together. We are making the same assignments, and we're making the virtual classroom we're gonna share. And so all of the 6th graders, because we're teaching all of them, the 2 of us, all of the 6th graders at this site are going to have the same foundation. But is it going to be enough? I don't know. I'm worried it's not going to be enough. I'm worried it's going to be too much. I'm really worried that because I'm coming into this new site in such a weird time, I know when I get into the classroom and when I have students in front of me and when we talk and they can see my enthusiasm and they can spend time learning with me, I'm a good teacher. I really am. I build rapport with my students. We connect, we communicate. It works really well. Maybe it's because I'm at the maturity level of a 12-year-old. I don't know. I get their humor. I get them excited about books, and we talk about all kinds of cool geeky stuff because I'm super geeky and all of that. So the fact that I'm not going to be able to do that is really kind of depressing. And I really hope that I'm going to this new site and they're going to see that I'm a good teacher but I'm worried that I'm not gonna be a good distance learning teacher. Like I'm terrified that this new job isn't gonna work out because we're starting in such a weird way. This is, again, probably the worst video ever, and I'm sorry. And I am not looking forward to editing all of this because it's just me rambling for like 15 minutes and I have no idea how it's gonna go. Who knows if this will ever see the light of day? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that's everything. I think those are all my thoughts. I'm just sort of like blah, 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 blah. Hit me up in the comments below if you're feeling as overwhelmed as I am. Quite possibly the worst. Oh no. It's rolling, okay. I hope that by the time we get in there, it'll look a lot nicer. It'll look a lot nicer. There's people walking around the parking lot thinking, what is that woman doing in her car? Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut it out. Hand motions. Lots of hand motions.
Hand motions. Lots of hand motions.
Starbucks. Funny anecdote. I got halfway from my car to the Starbucks before I realized I had to be wearing a mask and panicked thinking I didn't have one, but of course I had one in my purse. So I pulled it on, but it's very embarrassing. Even though nobody really knows except now you know. So, long, awkward pause.